kill that shit, Hudson.
Ready to get it on? No. Ready, man. Ready to get it on. Go.
He was ready to get it on until they got down there and they started getting on.
Ain't that how it goes? Like people war hungry till they get into the war.
Until they get into it. Yeah, they thought we want to save some colonists from their virginity. They was laughing and joking and, oh man, this ain't nothing but a bug, huh? Yeah, it got down there and found out it was way deeper than what they did. Yeah, then that's when Hudson got down there and found out. Man, he's like, man, what we gonna do, man? Like, man,
He was ready to go.
some pretty shit. Look, he was ready to go. He was like, that nigga was like, man, let's go on and go up space and nuke blow the whole damn thing up. Fuck it. and the dude was trying to say, no, you can't do that, man. You can't make that, man. And he just, the shit we can.
I gotta respect him though. He had out of everybody there who was thrown into it, like, he had the mentality that I respected the most out of it. Cause see, Ripley walked into it knowing what was coming. Right. No, I take that back. Ripley had an idea. She didn't have no clue that it was gonna be that many of them. And then what she was up against. But all the rest of them, they walking in.
Just dealt with one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, like, but all the rest of them
on that ship, she dealt with one.
And all the rest of them just walking in, following orders, don't know nothing. The higher ups gotta know something about this, right? It can't be that they don't know nothing, right?
Yeah.
They sending y'all here to collect samples, right? That's the plot of every movie after that,
yeah,
right?
And the cold part about it is what y'all don't know, y'all motherfucking part of the collection set.
Right? You gonna keep it going. We gotta get new hosts to keep this alive. I wonder how long they live without food, or without a source of food. Because you see they infect everything. They get every type. They got in the comics, they got the little planet. That's the xenomorph planet, right? And you know how they got the alien versus predator thing, right?
Right.
The predators, it's only one of them that survived that planet. So like he's like a big name or whatever. I can't remember what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Xenomorph Prime is one of the deadliest worlds in the entire galaxy, covered in xenomorph hives and littered with alien species even more menacing than the bugs themselves. The Hive Wars predator became a legend for surviving his crucible on the planet. After his tribe was killed during a reckless hunt, he was left with nothing but a damaged ship and personal supplies. Over the years he proved resourceful though, creating new weapons out of his ship's wreckage and whatever he could scavenge on the planet. For once, the hunter became the hunted, living amongst his enemy in isolation. For years he had hoped for rescue, but soon came to realize this was the greatest calling a Yautja could ever hope for. During his time on the desolate planet, he likely accumulated some of the most xenomorph kills of any lone predator, having clashed with multiple hives of warriors. Following his time on Xenomorph Prime, the hunter was finally reunited with a new tribe of Yautja under the leadership of Cracked Tusk.
Imagine that. Imagine a place with flying aliens. Imagine if you had them. They got every species. So they got. You remember in part 3 where they had the dog?
Yeah.
Well, imagine where they got a bear, a tiger.
Threatened by an outsider in his habitat, the grizzly attacks with a vengeance.
You know what I'm saying? An elephant.
Or whatever
from their other planets.
Whatever from them other planets
right?
that they was
you gotta be somebody to make it off that planet,
Yeah, buddy.
And he lived there. He didn't just go there, he lived there. So he had a death wish. The predator, the Yautja, or whatever they call it.
The king predator, huh?
Yeah, he was a fool.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright.
Boy, they was pumped like a motherfucker. Hudson was bad.
Don't worry. Me and my squad of ultimate badasses will protect you.
You motherfuckers overconfident as hell. That's a classic example.
Really, pause it whatever you gonna talk, cause it's gonna have all those.
Classic example of overconfidence. Over, like, not knowing what the hell you about to deal with. I got to go into. And then but you just going in there overconfident.
You remember, what was that movie, The Last Samurai? How they were just too confident in them weapons. Oh, we got guns and cannons and all that. Y'all, they got bows and arrows and swords, and they still giving y'all the business.
But you know, in real life, the samurais, they the ones that held back the Khans.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You heard about that, huh?
Yeah, tough stuff.
Them motherfucking Khans couldn't even come.
They found people who can fight. That's the thing.
Huh?
They practice fight. Imagine having a whole country of UFC warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Everybody just practice all
day.
They practice being the superior bow and arc dude, superior
Archer.
sword dude, superior everything, superior knife throwing motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a cold thing.
And you got a whole country, a bunch of motherfuckers that's superior at everything. Horse riding, shooting off the horse.
Yeah, they just taking that same line of thought as the 300. It's like they just fighters. They was the best fighters, right?
Yeah.
Well, these are the best everythings.
Yeah, I mean everything. I look like I'm kind of buff. I ain't seen no muscles in a while. Let me go back to this.
Hudson, see if you can get their CPU online.
Affirmative.
Thanks. Meet me at the South Lock. We're coming in.
Roger. He's coming in.
Yeah, fool. These fools about to get their asses handed to them. Like, wow. Make you think if you was in that type of real life situation, like how would your mind wrap around this once you really conceive what you up against? And that's what happened with Hudson. When he, after he finally got over being super confident and like, oh, we the baddest shit we the baddest shit that done hit the fucking universe. And once he started realizing, no, we ain't shit compared to these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers is raw.
Sound like a metaphor for America and everybody else, huh? It sound like a metaphor for America versus everybody else. I don't know, like, how the softening of our military is gonna play, but we think that, hey man, we the toughest thing in the world. You come from Oakland, you come from Philadelphia, you come from New York, you come from Dallas, I don't know, wherever. Whatever place you thought was hard, it ain't nothing compared to the ghettos in China, right? Come on. Or the ones in Somalia, or the ones in Liberia.
I've been, like, dude, man, y'all be thinking y'all hard, but then I learned that, when I was younger, how dudes used to just be, they from Oakland, they suckers. I was like, no, they ain't. They ain't suckers. They just like y'all. Right. Having cats that on different sides of like cats that come from San Francisco, live in San Francisco, then cats that lived in Oakland, then y'all would meet up, and them dudes always be trying to plot on the San Francisco dudes always be trying to plot on the Oakland dudes, rob them. So I used to save a lot of them cats. They don't realize, man, them niggas wasn't gonna just let you rob them. They was coming back. It was gonna be on and cracking. You was gonna be hell to pay, nigga. Cause these niggas ain't them type of nigga. Oh, you just gonna rob us and that be that. We gonna be the end of that. No, they gonna hunt your ass down and find out where you at. Yeah, let me go back to this.
So far, Zippo. Yo! Stop your grinning and drop your linen. Now, hot as hell in here. Aye.
Knock it off, Hudson.
Movement.
What's the position?
Can't lock in.
Talk to me, Hudson.
Multiple signals.
Oh, it's about to go down now.
I got signals. I got readings in front and behind.
Where, man? I don't see shit.
He's right, there's nothing back here.
Look, I'm telling you, there's something moving and it ain't us. Coming out of the wall. Coming out of the goddamn wall. Look.
Fucking A. Hold on.
I know what Hudson said when he say fucking A. He was like, that's when what's called Hicks said, let's go and blow it up from space. And niggas like, fucking A.
Like, we've seen enough. Ain't nothing worth saving here. Let's go.
We out of here. He like, I don't know if you've been keeping up with current affairs. We just got our asses kicked. And then when that ship crashed, that was so sad. Cause I felt his pain. That nigga was like, man, those things are gonna come in here and they're gonna fuck us up. Nigga's like, man, they're gonna come in here and they gonna do us, man. That nigga confidence went to 0. After getting that ass whooped, handed by them xenomorphs, whooped that ass. That nigga like, they gonna come in here and they gonna fuck us up. We some real pretty shit now. That nigga, and then who was that? Was that Hicks? Told him, he said, man, what you doing all that hollering? This girl didn't have none of your training and she been here for like 6 months. Oh, you want to put her in charge? Look. When she went like
You
this.
probably should have, though.
But hey, look,
You should have.
come a time like
She made it 6 months.
Training or nothing.
Y'all ain't made it 6
She survived
days.
to be up in here with all these fucking aliens. You feel me?
6 months.
6 months without any training.
She had the best training. She was smart enough to see it.
You want to put her in charge? Look. Yeah, so I like.
That's cold. Imagine that though. Like, you know, they were supposed to have another version of Alien 3 where she survived, where her and Hicks, they didn't drown in the thing or whatever. And I don't know if they ever gonna release that one, but
I left my squad out there. All of them. That makes me Mission CO. Regulations say we have to report back on what we found. You can't keep Ripley and Newt and myself aboard this station. We have to warn Gateway about these things. We have to find a way to stop them.
said that it was out. But I'm like, you trip on what that kid would have had to be when you put her back in the world.
And then the way they made it, like, after she went through all that shit she went through, Rebecca, all that, even getting snatched by the queen, you feel me? And then getting captured, getting rescued, and then going up in space and all, and then all of like, huh?
Yep. Now we're going to get rid of y'all too.
That like,
stuff like that be happening in the stories because of stuff that happened like with studios, you know, like this actor ain't available for this, or this actor got in trouble for this, because like the dude who even played Hicks, he wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. He was going they had a whole nother character, a whole nother person playing him, and like they was shooting in another country, right, and he got caught with some like coke or something like that, so they got to get him off the set like right away. And they went ahead and just brought in a dude to play Hicks. And like, if you look you see it in the video of it, like how out of all their costumes, his kind of fit a little funkier. It's because dude is bigger than him, and they just gave him his stuff. And they like it's even scenes with that dude in the movie still. Like, he's not playing the character. They just got him in there. You just see his back. But when they all fighting all the aliens and whatever, he wanted him in there shooting up, because they was like, we ain't gonna throw away this footage just because he in it. You can't even tell it's him. You know what I mean? So
right.
They got a whole, like, little stuff like that change the whole story sometimes, because they would have had to just get rid of that character if, like, not for them putting a different person in there. But then that came back to bite them later with part 3. Because now this dude is busy or some issue with the director. So now he ain't in the story. We're going to just, we killed him off screen, you know. So now him and the little girl die. All that time y'all build up to making it like that, and then they die. You don't even know nothing about it. You just start the next movie.
And then you come with that.
The child and the man have gone beyond our world.
The alien. The one with Charles.
Charles S. Dutton, yeah, Alien 3 off in the prison, right?
Yeah, when they crash landed on the prison.
Mm-hmm. But then they also start taking the story a little different though with that. They kind of enhanced it because now you get the dogs, you know. So now it's not just hitting humans; it's everything. So changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. When you kind of think about it, they kind of slowed it all the way down, bro. When they went to 3, it changed the whole dynamics. Yeah. It was like they was lost, huh?
Yeah. Same thing with
they was trying to find themselves, huh?
Every other one after that.
Because it's like
different.
When you think about it, it's like this don't compute, and then the whole thing is they saying Ripley already infected and shit.
Mm-hmm. Like, how did that happen? Like, all right, we didn't see it happen, but all right. Yeah. Then they kept going with it though, because they brought her back for Resurrection. You remember that one?
Yeah.
How did we get you? Hard work. We used blood samples from Fiore 16 on ice, where you died.
That was the first one I saw in the theater. I saw that one in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funky. Because, like, all right, you look at the first movie is really a horror movie, right? And then the next one is like an action movie. That third one is more of a drama than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
the third one was like...
And then that fourth one...
Because it was only one of them. It was only one alien.
She'll breed. You'll die.
Giving them. It was damn near like back to the first
one.
The first one.
They had more than one on there, wasn't it? Because they had the dog and the aliens. But it started infecting more people, didn't it?
No.
I don't know. You might be right. I didn't really like that one.
The 1 and 3 was only one of them. It was just it was a dog-like one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dog.
I thought it was more than one.
Right. No, it was the dog that got it assimilated. You know, was running around, and he kept growing and getting bigger. Yeah, but no, the only one that had multiple aliens, the only ones that had multiple aliens was 2 and 4. You know?
Yeah, you're right. 4.
Remember that they had that whole ship.
Had all of them. That was stupid.
And motherfuckers got out.
You know,
it was on.
The sick thing is like that's the same testing that they doing in that movie. Is the same testing that they be doing with these animals all the time, and how you end up with the coronavirus and all of that. It's like we just trying to figure out how to make the perfect monster.
Man,
I'm like,
we is not gonna stop neither.
We not that far from chimps taking over.
The mist. We're gonna have the mist. We're gonna open a transportal dimension and let some shit up in here.
One day,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm afraid of otters, like otters, the little animals.
No joke,
they smart as hell. They're smart as hell, and they use tools, and they got great memory. I'm like, the more I be learning about these animals, I don't know if I'll be sending y'all the videos.
Giant otters, dude, that be giving motherfucking alligators and shit hell and eating them and shit.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I don't know if I be sending y'all them videos.
I think you sent that shit, man. I was watching them giant otters.
The more I see, I'm like,
these motherfuckers, and
hey, me and the girls was fishing. Me and the girls was fishing way back last year, and I'm so glad that my instincts kicked in when I saw that otter. Cause I'm like, it poked his head up out, and the way it looked at us, I was like, nope, we gotta go. It's time to go, cause it came over. I'm like, oh, it ain't afraid. Like, no, I'm cool. It's too many people around, too much activity around for an animal to get up on me and not. You know, like, I'm like, nah, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Because people shady, right? You know somebody that threw something at it or did something. I'm like, I don't want it to think of me as, oh, you one of them. I'm like, no, I'm out. But then you see that. You like, oh, yeah, no, that ain't cool. He was plotting the whole time.
Yeah,
it's like, all right.
Trying to come up. I'm trying to, you can see the come up in them. I'm like, no, I'm trying to come up. Like, nah, bro. And when I seen that, I was like, damn, them fucking, they said them giant river otters.
Out there tearing up caimans and stuff. I'm like, yeah, man, they fight jaguars.
Yeah, that's what
like a jaguar ain't nothing to play with on land or water. So if you can handle that, I don't want none of that.
You know, and then they were saying I think they were saying they was eating alligators while they're alive.
Mm-hmm. That's cold.
Bites out of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of animals that's like that. That they eat you while you alive. They don't kill you first. Like,
yeah, it's like
I'm like, that's dirty.
Eating while you alive.
That's shady.
Eating alive.
But that's like it make you really look at how violent the planet is. Like, you can't cure violence in humans. You can't cure violence in humans. Because how can you? The planet is violent.
Look at everything around you. It's fucking violent.
Right? Like, everything kills everything. We just get upset about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's the way this works.
Man, this is a motherfucker. We on a hostile, our planet is
hostile.
Earth is hostile as fuck.
Yeah.
When you get to watching it, like how dude was saying they was out in the and dude seen the polar bear. And then, you know, the polar bear just snatched them motherfuckers and started eating them.
Oh, yeah. He said it was on the ice raft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's scary.
Snatch on the motherfuckers, started eating them.
And what's cold is I just saw a video the other day. Now, I've seen that, so that's the first thing I think of when I think of a polar bear. I think how they're not at all thinking about getting friendly or curious. They're hungry. You know, because they got so little food where they at. Everything they see that move, they got to try to eat it.
They going to eat it.
I just saw a video of a lady at a zoo, you know, and she's like resting with her head up against the glass, right? And the polar bear comes over and he put his head up on the glass. Everybody start taking pictures, thinking, oh, that's so cute. She just made a friend for life and all this. I'm like, no. He know that glass is there. He can't get to you. He's been here before. But if he could get just 1 inch of a claw on you, like, he'll give you everything he got to eat you. You know, ain't your friend. Or like that lady who stared at the gorilla. Like, you hear about that? Like, she went to the zoo for like 30 years straight and just went and stared at the gorilla, looked him in his eyes. He's in his enclosure and all of that. And this day that some kids or whatever, they throwing rocks or throwing stuff at the gorilla, it pissed him off to the point that he jumped up over some stuff and climbed his way out and went and found that lady. Like, he ain't going after them that did it. He found her, beat her to death, bit her up all bad and all that. And it's like, yeah, you think you friends with these animals, huh?
30 years.
I'm like, 30 years of doing the one thing you're not supposed to do with a gorilla, but you're doing it because you feel safe. And he ain't reacting because he can't.
You're not supposed to stare at him.
Right.
Make eye contact. Supposed to look
right. I see people be fearless with these animals like nothing gonna happen. It's like that dude with the lions, like he be walking up, scare a lion.
Yeah, life sucks in bear country.
Yeah, I'll show you the videos, man. He do stupid stuff like be out there fighting with them, mess around, get smacked.
On my face and protected the back of my neck.
Get scratched and be bleeding out there. Like, you know, that's a lion. You just put the scent of blood in the air. He might go lying. You know, I know that y'all been friends your whole life, but he might forget. Like, your human friends forget who you are from time to time, you know?
I watched too many National Geographics and Wildlife, and I know shit is violent.
Everything.
Just like, yeah.
You ever trip?
I done had birds attack me and shit.
You ever trip?
Black birds attacking niggas.
You know how the animal they try to market as the most peaceful ones? Like Free Willy got everybody thinking orcas is just nice. Their name is Killer Whale. Yeah. Right? And nobody pay attention to that part, that killer part. Like, they do some shady stuff. When it come down to seals, they'll just swim along, see a seal. And remind you, whales is huge. Seal, they swim down below them and smack them with their tail, shoot them up way out the sky and all that. Like, that's dirty, man. Or ride past and see one, just keep smacking them. A whole group of them, just smack them till they dead. Wow. Or they go, how they eat sharks. They go just eat their liver. They don't do nothing for the rest of the shark. They go, get them, eat their liver. That's it. Leave the rest of the shark out there. Like, whales ain't no joke. Or dolphins. Dolphins and ducks are the animal world. Like, that's the way that they mate biologically. If they want it, they taking it. And it don't matter if it's male or female. They taking it. Period.
This is a warning on this video. You are about to learn more about dolphins than you ever wanted to know. Dolphins like to get their rocks off just as much, if not more, than people do. But they don't usually ask permission, and female dolphins will oftentimes be forced into doing things they don't want to the point where they can kill the females while doing it. And they'll do it to males too. They don't discriminate. But what you didn't know is that they'll do it to people just as readily as they would do it to another dolphin. Yeah, that's not playful. I can't show the whole video, but this dolphin is trying to get in this girl's pants, so to speak, literally. And no matter how much this one tries to push this dolphin away, it's gonna get what it wants.
And people think that it's funny. Like when the dolphins jump up on the thing and it look like they trying to hit something, like, nah, like that's their nature working against them. And you playing with their nature, you ain't gonna be able to turn it off when you done laughing, you know what I mean? Wow. The stuff you learn playing on the internet, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that part where he's really
Game over, man. Game over. The fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? 17 days. Hey, man, I don't want to rain on your parade. We're not gonna last 17 hours. Those things are gonna come in here just like they did before, and they're gonna come in here, and they're gonna come in here, and they're gonna kill us. You think, baby? Come on, let's get the hell out of here. Hudson here. A&B sentries are in place and key.
Right. Stand by, arming now. Test it, Hudson.
Do it.
Fire in the hole!
Okay, let's get the hell out of here. We're sealing the tunnel.
Afraid to have some bad news.
Well, that's the switch.
Take a portable terminal, go out there and patch in manual.
Oh, yeah, sure. With those things running around. Count me out. Maybe we got them demoralized. Sure. Hudson! Yeah, all clear. Yeah, the other one's history, man. I say we grease this rat fuck son of a bitch right now.
It just doesn't make any goddamn sense.
They cut the power.
What do you mean they cut the power? How could they cut the power, man? They're animals. I want you two with trackers to wake up! Come on! Come on!
Now that's some scary shit when you think you're dealing with an animal, but they smart enough to cut the power. So, yeah, you know you up against some real, like, how the fuck, why is the power cut? You know? Like, oh, wait a minute, these motherfuckers is smart enough to know how to cut the power off. That changed the whole game. Like, wait a minute. It showed you like, wait a minute, they ain't just animals, they thinkers, they thinking.
And what's even more important than that is that they were smart enough to recognize that you need the power. They don't. They've been operating without it all this time. They didn't care about it. There's, oh, this is what you need. They probably learned that from, you know, their previous encounters with all of them colonists that, you know, because it wasn't peaceful when they took over, you know. It's probably the same story as the first one. Started with one, right?
It's like, okay, I get it. Yeah.
That's cool though. But I tell you, like I say, what is his name? Hudson. His mentality in it is the one that makes the most sense out of everybody's in there. Ripley shouldn't have been there. Out of everybody there, the one person who shouldn't have been there was her, because she knew what she was going up against.
Right.
Everybody else can be tricked into it and just got to deal with it. He was ready to go. And on the way out, he wasn't trying to be nobody's hero. He was just like, I got to take as many of y'all with me. Because you here, you want some, oh, no one got me. You know?
Yeah.
You got to respect the way he went out. Because other dude, what was the dude? The businessman who was trying to, wasn't he sold him out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And that's what the one Ripley said. You don't see, one thing, I don't see them fucking over each other for a quota.
Yep.
I say we grease this rat fuck son of a bitch right now.
Just doesn't make any goddamn sense.
He figured that he could get an alien back through quarantine if one of us was impregnated, whatever you call it, and then frozen for the trip home. Nobody would know about the embryos we were carrying. Me and Newt.
Wait a minute now, we don't know.
Yes, the only way he could do it is if he sabotaged certain freezers on the way home. Namely yours. Then he could jettison the bodies and make up any story he liked.
Fuck! He's dead. You're dog meat, pal.
This is so nuts. I mean, listen to what you're saying. It's paranoid delusion. It's really sad. It's pathetic.
You know, Burke, I don't know which species is worse. You don't see them fucking each other over for a goddamn percentage.